Today I'm going to be setting the timeline straight when it comes to the events of before GTA 5's prologue, because there are many people saying different things, that different events happened at different times. So I'm here to do my best to break this down as accurately as I can. So for starters, Michael was likely born in 1968, and he himself confirms that his first robbery took place in Carcer City back in 1988, 25 years before the events of the main story take place, and 16 years before the events of the prologue. And the way that Michael's talking about it, it seems like he pulled that first heist even before he met Lester. Speaking of meeting Lester, I believe it said somewhere, although I can't find it for the life of me. Please confirm this in the comments if it's true or not, but I believe it stated somewhere that Michael and Lester met when Michael was in prison. And with Michael being roughly 20 at the time of his first robbery, and the fact that we know that Michael was already in prison 2 times by the time he was 20, my best guess is that Michael was in prison for a bit, and then he did his first robbery and went to prison again after the robbery, and then he met Lester probably the second time he was in prison. This could have been in late 1988 or early to mid 1989, and after this the two started working together. Also, if you're enjoying this video right now, please do leave a like on it and subscribe to the YouTube channel. That would help me out a lot. Make sure to also check out my channel memberships if you want to help support the channel in another way. Later on, sometime after Michael met Lester, he also met Trevor, and this is the most conflicting part of this video, and this is what actually kind of gave me the idea for the video. Let me put this to rest once and for all. The Wikipedia is fucking wrong. Trevor did not meet Michael in 1993. There is simply no chance that that's the case. Why? Well, we know that by 1993, Tracy was already 2 years old and Jimmy was born that same year. And from Trevor's conversation with Wade in the Mission Friends Reunited, Trevor describes that the two were already doing jobs together for a while, even before Michael met Amanda. And given that Tracy was born in 1991, Jimmy in 1993, there's absolutely no chance that Trevor and Michael could have met in 1993. This is also further confirmed in a hangout between Jimmy and Trevor, where Trevor says that he was there the night when Michael and Amanda met. And how could have he been there that night if he didn't already meet Michael? So finally, from all of this, we don't know exactly when Michael and Trevor met, but by process of elimination, in a sense, we know that it has to be either mid to late 1989 or very early 1990. But what about Amanda and Michael? So like I said, Trevor was there when they met, and their first kid, Tracy, was born in 1991, meaning that the most likely option is early to mid 1990, but of course after Michael met Trevor, it could be very early 1991. Also, that could be a possibility, but like I said, that's the best sort of time frame that we can guess it actually happened in. So with everything in place, let's break it down one last time. Assuming that Michael goes to prison for a second time sometime after the job, he meets Lester there, and they met sometime in late 1988, maybe early 1989. Michael met Trevor in mid to late 1989, or at least very early on in 1990, with Michael and Amanda meeting, like I said, sometime in 1990 or very early 1991 at the latest. In 1991, Tracy was born, Jimmy was born in 1993, sometime in the mid to late 90s or maybe really early 2000s. Brad joined the crew and started working with them. A couple years later, tensions are high in the crew, as not only were Michael and Lester already sick of Brad wanted to kill Michael, but Michael was also beginning to distance himself from the crew completely and decided to spend more time with his family, and he wanted to focus more on his family life. And sometime in 2004 or possibly late 2003, Michael made that deal with Dave to sell out the crew and move to Los Santos with a new identity. And the rest, to say it in the most cheesy way possible, is history. And with that said, I want to thank you for watching this GTA 5 timeline video. Until the next video stream, bye bye.